Good evening. I'm Enari Darklor and welcome to Churikua.
Have you ever wondered if the mistakes or wrongdoings of our ancestors can affect us or even haunt us for generations? Any of us could think that such things should remain, to a certain extent, with those who were grounded and only with them, until they are dead and nothing more. However, there is my family that, even as the years go by, continues to be affected by a curse, a witch who has taken root in my family, wreaking havoc on all of us, even to this day. I am one of the many descendants of the Bell family. We continue to live here in Adams, Tennessee. I am sure you have heard of my family and the entities that have been attacking us ever since. Some time ago, more precisely, my grandfather found a notebook. It tells a story about how John Bell, my ancestor, was a simple man, devoted to farming the land and his family. Everything was routine along with the difficulties and problems that any family faces. Until one day things began to change. John saw an animal in the field, which he initially thought was a dog, but upon closer inspection, it had a head like a rabbit, a creature whose very presence signaled a change in the family life, a change in the family's fate. One of John's sons, Jerry, saw a bird take flight. He assumed it was a turkey, but when he shot and it flew away, he realized it was even larger than he had thought, soaring with agility and skill as it flew off into the distance. A short time later, Betsy saw a girl dressed in green swinging from a tree. There was something strange in her gaze, a mocking laugh and taunting look. As Betsy approached, the girl simply vanished like smoke. From then on, poor Betsy was the one who suffered the most from what would happen later. While they slept, this spirit would pull their blankets off, scratch her, slap her, push her, and even stick needles or pins invisibly into her. Apparently, although the other family members suffered as well, Betsy and John were its favorites. Betsy and John were her favorites. Poor John already in poor health, until Kate, the spirit, claimed to be a witch, would not stop until she had finished off old Jack Bell, as she used to call him. One day, John could no longer get out of bed. He wouldn't wake up. The family was devastated, and as soon as he passed away, the entity made itself known, declaring and celebrating that it had achieved its goal. The family had found a jar, no one recognized it, and the liquid inside was said to be poison, with which it had accomplished its objective. They opened the jar, gave it to the cat, and when they realized the poor animal had followed in John's footsteps, they confirmed their suspicions, throwing it into the fire, where it burst into blue flames and shot up the chimney. The worst part was that this manifestation didn't take long to appear. It even began singing tavern songs at the funeral, celebrating the misdeed in grand style and terrifying and unsettling everyone in attendance with that invisible voice that no one knew where it was coming from. After these terrible events, the witch declared she was finally leaving, as she considered her objective fulfilled, promising to return in 1828, a promise she ultimately kept. And more than a threat, she offered a prophecy of what was to come.
The United States would face a great war. The humanity would undergo a moral crisis, and a spiritual awakening would be necessary for significant future changes.
And promising to return in 107 years. Did John do something to anger her and deserve such a terrible fate? Why is that? In some way, she remains in my family? Could it be that she managed to return in 1935? Could it be that she continues to torment us and her prophecy comes true? Only time will tell.